Hey, hi, this is Elisan, and today I have a question for you. Have you ever secretly wondered why you have the parents you have, and why are you living in the country that you're living, or why were you born in that country? Have you ever wished you had different set of parents, or you were born in somewhere else where it's more happening and cool, and where there's abundance and there is no poverty and just life is thriving? And why is life happening to you? I know a lot of people start to question when life go downhill, or when situations are not in their favor. When I started my coaching career, I used to wonder, why am I in Singapore? Why can't I be born in America or in Australia where people get me? Why do I have the accent that I do? And of course, when I was going through my whole mother trauma and relationship, I often wondered, why did I have the mother that I do, and why do I have the father that I did, and he passed away? And so I had all these questions, and why am I here? And you don't ask these questions when life is good. You ask these questions when actually you're facing a lot of challenges. And I have the answer for you. On the surface, you might think that, I didn't choose this. I didn't ask for this. I don't know why it happened to me. I don't think it should happen to me. But on the soul level, you are exactly where you need to be. So if you don't know the soul's evolution, or if you don't know the history of your soul, then you play a victim in your life. You play a victim in your circumstances, and you allow the circumstances to influence you and to tear you down, and you never seem to able to see daylight ever again. But once you understand that you actually have a soul, and your soul resides in your physical body, and as Wayne Dyer said, you are a spiritual being having a physical experience. And not to be morbid, but if you have pets, right, and if they pass on, what's left is the body. What left is their soul essence, because it's exactly how it is. It's just a body without a life. And so what is the life? The life is the soul. It's the essence that resides inside your body. And so we do have a soul story, and you have actually picked your parents. You have actually picked the location that you are born in. So you now can no longer say that, I didn't choose these parents. Consciously, as a physical being, now you didn't choose your parents, but on the soul level you did. You chose the parents that are required for your soul journey and your soul lesson. And so before you incarnated into this body, you actually have a conversation, a networking session, if you like, and you are having a powwow session with your spiritual guides and with your source, and to really plan out what you want to do in the next lifetime and what lessons you want to learn. So when you actually know this, there are no victims, there are no murderers, there are no perpetrators, because we're all exchanging roles to learn certain lessons. And the reason why you're here is because Source wants to grow, and Source wants to experience itself, and you are part of Source, and you are that creation, and God, your creator, the universe, sent you here so that you can experience and grow. Unfortunately, because we live in a world of duality, the opposite of good, you see that as suffering, and our human minds are just wired to just repel suffering. But if you actually understand the bigger picture, then you know that you don't have to suffer. You know that you can learn the lesson without bruises and head banging and all the challenges that causes you stress and anxiety. There are challenges, because without challenges, life would be boring and there'll be no growth. So just accept it. But how intense that lesson is, it completely depends on you. So a lot of us, especially women, have met a fair amount of, or would I say, we have kissed a number of frogs before we found our prince, and some of us are still finding that prince, right? So in the journey of kissing those frogs, we meet men who abuse us, literally, physically, emotionally, financially, and then they don't love us, they don't see us for who we are, and then we abuse ourselves by allowing them to abuse us. So in that lesson itself is about us learning self-love and self-worth, that we don't have to be treated that way. And until you learn that lesson, you will continuously meet that kind of guy in different shape or size or form, but you still get that lesson. So that's to say that our aim here is to learn the lesson and move on. And have you met women like this, like they were abused 10 times, 20 times, and then the moment they wake up, they lived happily ever after, they found their prince, and everything just started to move on forward for them. So it can happen for you as well when you learn your lessons. And that is what we talk about, the karma. Karma is really the cause and effect. And our intention is really to get out of the wheels of karma, and you can actually do that. So I'm here today to show you that you can actually rewrite your contract, release that karma, and raise your own vibration, evolve, and as spiritual people would say it, move to the new earth. It's a piece of heaven on earth where you enjoy life. There is no more drama, there is no more wars, there's no more greed, there's no more self-glorification. It's all that you have ever asked for and wanted, is to have that peace on earth and enjoy the unconditional love. However, before we get there, we need to transcend and we need to transform ourselves, and therefore we are here on this journey. Know that your life purpose here is to discover who you are, be who you are, and get closer to source and be one with God, be one with source. That's why we are here. When you understand that life is just a journey, then you no longer look at life as, oh my God, I need to suffer, I need to work hard, I need to really struggle to get where I want to be. You can take the path of least resistance, as Abraham Hicks talked about. You can take the path of least resistance. He didn't say the path of no resistance. We have that option. Don't wait till lessons get really hard and life gets really hard before you wake up. You can do that now. However, I have to say, this is not a magic pill. You do have to learn your lessons. You do have to integrate with those healing sessions and the lessons and the things that you have learned and the experiences before you can cut your contract and rewrite that. So the reason why I got to here is because like most people, life got really hard, even though I've been on this spiritual journey for 10 years, but there are things that you don't know, and you don't know what you don't know, right? And this particular this challenge is on for 2.5 years, and it's on and on and on and on. And at the same time, my career went to a all down low. It's like nothing is happening and I'm bored with it. Career is not happening and I didn't want to sound like everyone else. I just sound like a broken record. It just got really bored and saturated in my situation. And I actually had a conversation with God, and I say, you know what, I'm done with this. I no longer want to help with this evolution of humanity. I want to just cruise and enjoy my life and just peace out in this lifetime. And so he said to me, are you sure? I said, this being, this energy said to me, because God is really not a being, he's just, it is just consciousness. So this consciousness said to me, we'll call God, and the source said to me, are you sure? And I said, yes, I'm really sure. I don't want it. And I'm sure there are other light workers who are able to carry out this feat as well, and I just want to cruise. And then he said, why are you changing your mind? Is there anything that can change your mind and will change your mind? I said, well, you know what, first of all, I'm really bored with the industry. Like, everybody's saying the same old thing, I don't want to sound like everyone else. It's not really good for my self-actualization process, the individuation process. I really want an adventure and really find myself without copycatting other people and that kind of stuff. And he said, okay. And then he said, what do you want? I said, I want an adventure. I don't want to sound like everyone else. I want to be interesting and I want to be interested in my work, And so he said, and so the energy said, okay. And God said, okay. And then I'm like, okay. And so we left it as that. And that was how things started to change for me, and I got new inspiration. I started to rewrite my contract because I had a difficult situation, and I decided there must be an easier way. And it's constantly hitting me that I want out. I want to learn my lesson and move on. And so that was when it hit me. You can rewrite your contract. Learn your lesson and rewrite your contract. Release your karma. Raise your own vibration of your energy field. And I'm like, this is really interesting. And so since I had this inspiration, I've been starting to do that, and I've been reading people's past lives. I was able to tap into, the soul, and the soul shows up and they tell me a story, and this is really interesting for me. And so I have seen, in my own life, doors started to open, opportunities started to happen, and people starting to have clarity in their lives. Things started to change, things started to move, they gained momentum, and the gloomy and doomy clouds were gone. And so I thought, hey, this is really interesting. It's exactly what I asked for. And so in this 4-part series, it's one-to-one. It's not a cookie cutter system. It's really one-to-one. And I'm really, really involved with your story and your energy. And when I say story, it's the history of your soul, and, rewriting your story so that you can have a better life. Nobody said you need to suffer, right? And then realigning the energies and soul retrieval. Oh, this is such an interesting part. Like, when we are born intact, but as we grew up, we lose our souls, because of fear, trauma. People stole it, and we want to collect that back because it belongs to us, it belongs to you. And so no matter how much of a personal development work you're doing, shadow work you're doing, conscious work or healing, at some point, if you still feel there's a void, then you have lost your soul, and we need to retrieve that back. And let me share with you a story. So I was doing the soul retrieval for myself and going through the journey, and I discovered that I actually had stolen a soul part of a ex-boyfriend that I was obsessed with. And I gave him the soul back, and immediately within the next week or so, his wife got pregnant. Now, I'm not sure if it's got anything to do with me, but certainly there must be some parts that, has got something to do with me, because nothing is coincidence, right? So you want to do that. You want to return the souls as well, because it doesn't belong to you, and you want to get the souls back. And so in this journey, I want to help you become whole again, so that you have the strength, you have the confidence, the self-worth, the self-love, and everything you need to move on from here. Because really, the entire universe is within you. You have all the answers locked in within yourself, and you just need to release them and activate. And know that you shouldn't be giving your power away to anyone, any gurus, any experts, because what you see of others is the same light that you see of yourself, and you have that. Otherwise, you won't be able to see that light in others. And so my intention for you and with you is so that you can reclaim your power back and confidently move on with life to create the life that you want and live beyond your wildest dreams. Isn't that why we are here also, like to enjoy God's creation? I don't see why someone can enjoy the 5-star lifestyle and the 6-star lifestyle and the first-class lifestyle, and while you are here like, oh, I need to penny pinch, and that lifestyle is for others but not for us. No, God created us all the same, and if you want that life, you got to move up the vibration and tap in. And here's something that I've learned as well. During these 4 sessions, you are able to tap in with your own spirit guides and your own angelic realm, so that you have access to them 24/7. The reason why you're struggling is because you're out of alignment with source, you're out of alignment with your spiritual team, you're out of alignment with your own life purpose, and you're out of alignment. So when we realign you, and when you know that you don't have to do this on your own and by yourself, then life will get simpler, and you get to actually enjoy life, and you get the divine guidance that you need, right? I mean, why get another second opinion from another human being when you can get angelic and divine guidance, right? And so while you have the power there, and I'm here to awaken and unlock that within yourself, so that you really don't have to give your power away to anybody and codependent relationship, and you can finally be your true self. So I'm here to help you experience your soul and discover your true self, so that you can live beyond your wildest dreams. Alrighty, so let's get started on this journey, shall we? Okay, I'm really excited to get to know you and your soul, and let's soul journey together. And together, you and I, we can help raise the vibration on this planet. If you think you are just one person, then try being in the room with a mosquito. So you matter. And I would like to end with this quote by Mother Teresa, which is beautiful. I cannot do what you can do, and you cannot do what I can do, but together, we can do great things in life. Alrighty, so I look forward to this journey with you, and I'll talk to you really soon, okay? Take care.